Hi students, now e-portfolio and e-submission. Okay, so we're going to deal with this over a couple of videos here. And you will see that in the Yammer I posted up a couple of things for you this morning. If I expand out on this, this is the full brief, if you like, for your e-submission. And it's got all the file naming conventions and the acronyms for the different modules and that kind of stuff there. So very important that you read through all of that and have a good understanding of what we're asking you to do here. I'm bringing you over now into Brightspace. When you log into Brightspace, you'll have your picture and your name up here, okay, and you will see the e-portfolio. Now, the important thing about the e-portfolio to remember is that it sits above all of your modules. Now, you can see I've quite a few modules here. You will have 4, 5, or 6 maximum, I would think, in total. And your e-portfolio sits above all of these here. So you'll be able to access it once you just go into My Home. You'll be able to access your e-portfolio. Now, I'm just going to give you a quick look at this. I'm going to pop in here, and we'll take a look at the e-portfolio. Now, so this is your opening page. Pay attention up to the top up here. You've got your e-portfolio, My Items, and Explorer. We won't be using that one. We're only dealing really with these two tabs here. And they're quite similar in that sense. Look at the e-portfolio here. Here's where we've got a function that can add files. I'm going to show you how to do that. Here's where we've got collections and presentations. Now, you won't be dealing with presentations. You can scotch that one off, but you will be doing some collections here as well. If I pop into this tab here, and let's take a look, it is more or less the same thing, except presented slightly differently. You can see that there's no items because I've not uploaded anything in here as yet. But we've got artifacts, collections, presentation, reflections, and objections. Now, what you need to know is that in the My Items folder, you will be uploading artifacts. What are artifacts? Well, they are actually all your PDFs. That's what Brightspace calls them. It calls your anything that you upload is referred to as an artifact here. And this space here is kind of like a storage space, right? The My Items tab here is like a storage space, and we're going to be uploading all of your PDFs into this My Items area. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use collections as a filter in order to put a bit of shape on it. So we'll be putting all the BIM PDFs into a BIM collection, all the TDS PDFs into a TDS collection, and things like that. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But before we can get anywhere near that, what we need to have is our PDFs organized. All right. Now, if you were listening to me at the very start of the year, you would remember that I emphasized to you that it would be a really good idea for you to set up a folder structure within your OneDrive and a similar folder structure within on your C drive. Okay, and this is what I've got here. These are all the modules. This is the acronym TDS, obviously is Technical Design Studio, History of Architecture, and so on. So there are 6, is it, or 7 modules that you have done over the whole of the year. You can see that there's 2 here for BIM, there's 1 for BT, 1 for structures, and so on. And CDS went throughout the whole year. So over on this side here, what I've got is, and probably what you've got as well, is all of your files. The important thing here is the naming convention. Now, we're going to be quite strict on this. You can see that this set of files here, which would be the TDS house project, have been named correctly. We've got plans, elevations, details, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is to rename your PDFs if they're not named correctly. So I'm double clicking in onto that file there, and I'm just selecting that part. Okay, I'm going to go Control C on my keyboard. I'm going to click out. I'm going to again double click into this one here, and I'm going to take out all of that stuff there, and Control V that in, and then these are the presentation. Now, this was done for another year, so don't be panicking that you don't have presentation drawings. You just do what you've been asked to do. But see how easy it was to change that. Okay, so here's the site plan and